Welcome to War Thunder with Subdude. How y'all doing today? Well, we have a dev blog. And a dev blog for a plane that probably should have been entered into British naval aviation quite some time ago, but they're just finally getting around to it. This is the Hawker Seahawk FGA-6. Now, some of you may be wondering what the FGA-6 is. The Seahawk is a naval attack fighter. It is literally the stepping stone that British aviation needs, especially naval aviation, considering the only two other naval aircraft in high tier are the Attacker and the Sea Venom. The Sea Venom is absolute garbage, and the Attacker is right up there with it as garbage. Especially seeing as how the Attacker is a tail dragger, which makes it really a pain in the butt to land on a carrier. I've done it, but I don't like doing it. And the Sea Venom can't get out of its own way. Now, the Attacker, the Seahawk, is a 600 mile an hour aircraft, which means it's very subsonic. Straight wing, 2 engines, carries a good load of weaponry. If we take a look at the Wikipedia page says, let me see, here we go. Armament, 4 20mm cannons, 200 rounds per gun, which means it can probably stay in the fight for a pretty good long time, as long as you're not over anxious with the trigger. Hard points, 6 underwing and provisions to carry a combination of 20 60-pound unguided rockets or 16 5-inch unguided rockets, or 4 500-pound bombs, although they're saying we can now put 1,000-pound bombs on this plane. It'll probably just be 2 1,000-pound bombs. Or 2 90 imperial gallon, 410 liter drop tanks. Ugh. Mouth and brain not engaged today. But the Seahawk is a very nice looking plane. It's got a relatively good combat history. Most of its combat was done with the Indian Navy, where it had a unblemished record. It was retired in 1983, which means it was around for quite a long time. Of course, when you start dealing with militaries like the Indian Navy, they didn't have top-of-the-line equipment way back then. So, actually maintaining its operational use until that time probably was a matter of expediency. This is actually a good-looking plane. But it will probably end up being severely hampered because that's the way it goes. Now, looking at it, Gaijin said, new edition available to pilots of rank 5 of the British aviation tree, coming to game, blah, 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 blah. Offering a wide array of secondary options, pilots will be able to use the Seahawk in its intended ground attack role, making it a suitable choice for high-tier combined battles. What about realistic battles? Realistic air battle. I'm sick to death of trying to shove people into playing tanks. I want to play against other aircraft. I don't give a rat's rip about the tanks in the game. You can cheat at tanks. You can't cheat at air realistic. And if you can, I haven't seen anyone be able to do it. So, is this going to be a worthy entry? Well, yeah, as long as they don't put the battle rating too high. 600 miles an hour is a pretty good clip, but it's still not a patch on a Hunter. It's not a patch on the Venom. And it surely isn't a patch on anything in Tier 6. Now, they're not showing air-to-air missiles. Let's take a look. If we come back here, I don't think it shows it here. These are all the pictures in Wikipedia. There it's holding the 60-pound rockets. No, it doesn't show it. But somebody in the War Thunder Live showed an air-to-air missile. So, are we going to get this on the Seahawk? Dutch Royal Navy Air Detachment Seahawk flying around with what appears to be an air-to-air missile. Are we going to get AIM-9s on this plane? Good question. And it would be something that we should get. Also, it has a range of 480 miles with a top speed of 600. Are we going to get more than 20 minutes of flying time with the plane? Rate of climb, 5,700 feet per minute, 29 meters a second. That's a pretty good climb rate. Service ceiling, 44,500. Now, I know there's some of you that just really hate anything to do with Wikipedia. Well, as a general thumb rule, it works. So, yeah, you can complain about the little niggling pieces that they miss or misrepresent, but that's why Wikipedia is open source. Go in and fix it if it needs to be fixed. Now, I don't think this is going to be a very bad plane. I think it'll be pretty good. It'll be far superior to the Attacker. The Attacker is garbage. And they've made it worse over time. It's heavy. It doesn't fly well. But this plane was used for a long time. And it was used successfully. So, am I looking forward to the Seahawk? You betcha. Planes like this don't come around very often. It's definitely one that will make its mark in the game and be enjoyed by everyone. So, this is Subdude signing off. Y'all have a pleasant today, a better tomorrow, and we will catch you in the skies in air realistic on the maps that are worth flying. All the rest of them are garbage. Bye-bye, folks.